Hola there, ¿cómo estás? Amigos, friends, and compañeros from all over the world. It's your man, Yafusu, the original Globe Master. Now today, I love it when I get response after I do a video, right? Now, today, I got a message from Orlando Ramirez from San Antonio, Texas. He said, "What's going on, brother? I'm responding to your video, never make a promise to a woman you can't keep. Honestly, that video scared me straight about the spiritual consequences you talked about. I'm 34 years old and have 2 daughters, just like that guy from England. My girlfriend is 30 and a mother of 3. She has a son from a previous relationship before I met her. We all live in my mom's house with a few of my younger siblings." Wow, that's a full house. "Brother, when I saw your video and the knowledge you were spitting about spirituality and karma, I had to watch it over with my mom's next to me. My mom's was like, 'Who is this guy?' And she lost it when you said that man's daughters can turn into complete whores. My uncle, my mom's older brother, fixed everything you talked about. It's like you was talking directly about his life. My uncle in his younger years was the biggest player and broke many hearts. Not to mention, he was very financially secured. He had 7 children with 5 different women, 4 girls and 3 boys. Only one of the 7 kids has an okay life, normal life. Wow. One of his sons died tragically from gun violence. And the daughters are a different level of craziness. 2 of his daughters are straight up street hookers. Wow. Another one of his daughters is nowhere to be found. We don't know if she is dead or alive. Wow. I know I have tricked off a few times myself, and now that you have opened my eyes to what karma is, I am going to be extremely careful with how I deal with women. I care too much about my own daughters for them to suffer because of my actions. Okay, so Mr. Orlando, you say you are 34 years old. Now, from your letter, when I was writing down from the phone to the notepad, I was thinking that I don't see anything wrong with you thinking that, you know, the fact that you have tricked off in your past can affect your daughters. I think you got it mixed up with the letter that what was that guy's name from England? Noah wrote to me. You see, even in that video, I said this, Mr. Orlando, there's nothing wrong with tricking off, okay? What I was talking about is broken promises. Broken promises. That guy, Mr. Orlando, what's his name? No, you are Orlando. His name is Noah. That guy promised somebody's daughter he was going to marry her, took her virginity, and then moved on to a pretty face. That's why I went off on him, telling him the consequences that will be coming his way. The repercussions of his action may not just come to him, but may also go to his daughters. And it's funny that you see that all the things I was talking about seems to match your uncle's lifestyle. Okay, you see, Mr. Orlando, many men reap what they sow. Okay, it's karma, you could call it whatever in whatever culture, but it's true. Your uncle, from what you mentioned in your letter to me here, you said he had what, 7 children with 5 different women. That's a true player. But guess what happened to true players when they're done and washed up and they're old? That's if they get to live to be old. Most of them end up dying miserably. If you ever seen some of these men, how they end up in nursing homes and nobody coming to see them, their children don't give a crap about them, it's part of the it's part of the consequences of their own actions. You understand? Now, there's a difference. There's a big difference between tricking off, okay, and breaking a promise to a woman. You gotta know something, Mr. Orlando. When it comes to tricking off, every man on this planet, including yours truly, is guilty of it. My personal opinion, I believe a man, before you become a mature man, you have to go through some kind of a whole stage and go through some things before you can settle down with a woman. Most men do that, and the ones that don't, they end up with heartbreak later on in life. I'm shooting a video. I'll call you back. I'm shooting a video right now. I'll call you back.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry for the interruption, Mr. Orlando. You see, tricking off, both you and I, and 99% of men will trick off at least once in their lifetime. It's not a crime, because when you're tricking off, there's one thing you gotta know. The female you are tricking off with, I could guarantee you 100% is spiritually damaged or demolished already by another man. So, is it a sin? Heck yeah, it's a sin. It's a sin in the eyes of the Most High. But it's not an abomination that you committed. You understand? If you trick off with a freelancer, you getting what you want and she's getting what she needs, which is money. There's no feelings involved. Okay? Remember, women that are hoes have no spirit. Their spirit is already broken, demolished. In order for a woman to open her legs to a total stranger, you gotta know that she's just a shell of a woman, of a human being. When you're driving down any blade here in America, you see these hookers walking around, some of them walking practically naked. Do you think their spirit is still inside their body? Their spirit left them a long time ago. Okay? A woman with a demolished spirit can sleep with 100 men in a day and she won't feel nothing. It's like she's drugged up and mentally effed up. Okay, so if you've done mess with some with some freelancer in your past, that got nothing to do with your daughters growing up and becoming that way. All right? Now, about your uncle situation, your uncle obviously did something very, very wrong to somebody. Okay? And the karma has passed on to his children. First of all, if you're a man and you have 7 kids with 5 different women, you have an issue. So your uncle definitely have an issue. All right? And I'm glad you said you watched it with your mom. And to tell you the truth, it's just the way it is. Okay? Men are going to be men, women are going to be women. As long as you don't break a promise, you don't make any promise to somebody's daughter and break it, you are good. So you have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. All right? I'm going to make this video real short. I hope this little message can get to you. Listen, you are 34 years old. If you are tricking off still while you have a wife or a woman and 2 kids, watch yourself, okay? The only thing I see wrong with you is when you said that that woman already had a kid before you got involved with her. Anybody that knows me know that I'm against that. That's the only thing that I see wrong with you, all right? Take good care of yourself. God bless and cheesy ears.